Hey, what's going on, guys? You got me again here for another video, and this time I wanted to talk about a vlogging challenge that I saw on YouTube by another filmmaking channel, goes by the name of JP1970. I'll put the link in the description below, but he was answering some questions about vlogging, and it seemed like it was a lot of fun, so I wanted to jump in on it. Now, I'm in the game room. I'm setting up for a video on the other channel. Quick rundown of the setup here. Okay, got the Canon 90D on the sticks here, Sigma 18-35 lens. That's my go-to combination for talking head YouTube videos. I got the Atomos Ninja on top, and I normally use this just as my monitor, but looking at some of the specs for the 90D, allegedly it says it can record externally 10-bit 422, so I'm definitely going to try that and see if I notice a difference in the quality. So I'm doing some tests on that. Got this nondescript mic on this boom pole. This was like a $15 mic stand rather, and then the microphone itself was like 40 bucks, so super budget, but it sounds good in most videos I use. Here I got the GVM 100 watt cob light, and we definitely got to do a review on this thing. Like I said, this whole package here with the stand, the light, and the lantern was about $280, $300, something like that, but that's a super good buy considering what you're getting. And that's pretty much the setup. Of course, the game room is still a mess, but again, it's mainly because of the shelves. Like, I don't like the shelves in here. I want to get rid of all of them and replace them with those IKEA like white like media shelves, or maybe like the box ones that kind of look like these but they're thicker. Like, I want to replace them with those and really change the aesthetics in here. I feel like all the dark browns, they absorb, like, you know, I'm trying to use the color here, I feel like they absorb the color, doesn't let it bounce around the room like I want to. So I don't know, there's that. I just feel like the old school brown like just kind of clashes with what everything I got in here. But anyway, that's a quick rundown of the setup. Let's talk about the vlog challenge. So the first question on the list was, how did you get into YouTube? And for those of you who come from my other channel, you already know the answer to that question. On my other channel, I talk retro video games and things like that. There was a prominent YouTuber in the space that I was a huge fan of, and he was talking about one of my favorite consoles, and he and his friend began to you know, they just made some comments that I hugely didn't agree with, and I'm like, oh man, like, I want to make a video response and like show them like, actually, you know, that's not the case, yada yada. But when I started making my videos, like, oh crap, like, these videos don't look good. So from there I started watching a bunch of different YouTubers, filmmakers and photographers in the YouTube space to try to step up my filmmaking game. And over the course of that, while, you know, doing the 50-50 rule, watching the videos and then going out and practicing, then I caught the photography and filmmaking bug, and so I started to incorporate more of that stuff into that YouTube channel. And recently I just started this channel just so I can split that content, so I can keep that side, you know, video games and tech and stuff like that, and then we'll do the camera and the all the photography, photo stuff on this side. So that's how I got into YouTube. Okay, the second question on the list is asking, what video or videos are you most proud of? Well, the two videos that I'm most proud of, the video I'm most proud of on this channel is starting over, because I was getting started. I was starting, like, you gotta just press record. There was a lot of things I wanted to do before I started a filmmaking photography YouTube channel, some equipment that I still gotta buy. Some of it is on its way from Amazon now, but you gotta get, you really just gotta press record. Analysis paralysis is a real thing, and by that I mean you spend so much time, oh, I'm gonna wait until I do this, I'm gonna wait until I do this, or oh man, this person has this already, and da-da-da. Stop it. Like, all of the things that you're looking at with these other YouTube channels, none of them started out with that stuff. you know, people are talking about, you know, oh, you use 3 cameras and you got, you know, this big light and stuff and all that. Well, like I said, I didn't start out with that. When I started out in 2016, I was using a cell phone that was already 4 years old at the time that I started. And so literally from that point, and then I added, you know, the laptop computer so I can start editing, got editing software and mics and other cameras and all that, like I said. So this is really like a 5-year accumulation of gear, and I really don't have that much yet, but still, you know, like, you just got to start. Don't worry about what you got, what you still have to get. You can add that over time, and it's also kind of cool to kind of see the progression over time. So yeah, that is, like I said, as far as pride, like just starting out, the, you know, the videos, I think I went to a flea market on my first video on the gaming channel, and then, you know, the starting over video on this. Of course, there are other highs on that. There's several videos on that channel that's got, you know, thousands of views, and so I'm happy for that, and I'd like to do the same, you know, so I can be proud of that here on this channel. But yeah, that's question 2. Question 3 on this list asks, do I struggle with social media? And I mean, for the most part, you know, there are some struggles involved whenever you're talking about social media, but I don't really use social media a lot to promote my YouTube stuff. I do a little bit, but I don't know, I just don't worry about it too much. I'm not really trying to build a huge presence on Instagram or Twitter or anything like that just yet. I'm trying to just focus on one platform at the time, that platform being YouTube. So do I struggle with it? No, I don't think about social media that much. Social media, of course, can be a negative place, and so you know, you just got to take some time every now and then to shut all of that out. But do I struggle with it? I would say ultimately no. Okay, question 4 on here says, which content creator inspires you? And there's a number of them. Again, it was content creators like Metal Jesus Rocks on the gaming side of things, or GameSack on the gaming side of things, that encouraged me to start my YouTube channel in the first place, and to start my gaming YouTube channel. Once I started to practice to make better content, I started, the first person I watched was D4 Darius on the platform. My younger brother, he sent me a link. He was like, hey, you should watch this video. This guy's pretty good, you know, and he's talking about cameras and stuff, and I know you just bought a camera. I just bought my T5i, and so he's like, yeah, you should watch this guy and learn how to do some things. And I was like, okay, cool. And so D4 Darius really gave me a lot of that early mindset, and really helped me as far as like camera settings in the beginning. From there, I fell in with Think Media, and the group over there, they really give you the mindset for growing on YouTube, and so I got a lot of tips and tricks from them as well about set design and camera settings as well. And again, just a lot of motivation I get from Think Media. You know, of course, there's the other big YouTubers in the film photography space like Peter McKinnon, Matty Hapoya, you know, Creative Ryan, YC Imaging, Potato Jet. All those guys inspire me on a daily basis, you know, to really try to build upon, you know, everything I'm doing. And so while I'm on my journey to get my 10,000 hours, they are the ones who definitely put me on the path. So yeah, all the credit in the world to those guys. Okay, next question on the list is, what do content creators do that frustrates you? I want to make a whole video about that. It's going to be pretty tongue-in-cheek, so, you know, it's going to be talking about some of my cliches in the film photography space, but in any YouTube space that you follow, whether, you know, in my case, retro video games or this, it seems like whenever like a new product comes out, you got 10 reviews, like, you know, all the big guys, they get the product sent to them or whatever, and so they can, you know, pump out the review like as quickly as possible. And so I don't like watching videos like the weeks that those come out, because like every content creator, all the big ones put out the exact same video more or less, and so, you know, it kind of gets boring with that. There's some other things, like I said, that, you know, quirks that filmmaking photographer YouTubers have that we'll definitely talk about. And like I said, you know, it's gonna be it's a pretty funny idea, so we'll talk more about that in the near future. Okay, number 6 says, what frustrates you about your own channel? So what frustrates me about my own channel? I'm frustrated by the fact that you haven't subscribed yet. So I didn't talk about that earlier, so let me go ahead and plug myself. If we're just meeting, the name is Antoine Sexton. I'm a budding filmmaker, photographer here in lovely Wichita, Kansas, and we talk about filmmaking and photography from the beginner/intermediate perspective. So if that's something that interests you, definitely hit that subscribe button and throw a like on this video, and that will let me know what kind of videos to make in the future. But in all seriousness, what frustrates me about this channel, I don't know. I just got started with this one, but let's see. One of the things that frustrates me about making and reviewing video games is capturing gameplay footage. It can be time consuming at some points, and sometimes, you know, I like to play. I don't just collect video games. I try to play everything I own, and so sometimes you want to just kick back and relax and play a video game, but then I'm like, let me hook up the Elgato and all that stuff, so I might as well like try to capture some gameplay footage. But when you're capturing gameplay footage, when I'm reviewing a game, just like I'm reviewing a camera or something like that, there's certain features that you want to highlight. So when I do that, I have to play a game a certain way, you know, just to make sure I capture the bits that I need to capture. And so that's kind of frustrating, because it's like, man, I want to just kick back and enjoy the game, but oh no, let me make sure like I'm using this weapon, or let me make sure I show this level, or whatever the case. And it's the same with cameras. I suspect the equivalent to that on this side of things is capturing B-roll. I need to do more of that because I'm trying to get better at B-roll, but sometimes, you know, you want to just sit here and talk in front of the camera for 10 minutes, but that's a boring video. So you definitely need some B-roll to kind of illustrate, you know, the points you're trying to make, and, you know, just try to spice it up a little bit. So capturing B-roll definitely is like sometimes, but that's the frustration. Healthy frustration, but a little frustrating nonetheless. And question 7, the final question, is what motivates you to continue creating videos? Well, what motivates me? Really, I just do it because I love it. I hopped in this with no like intention of really like blowing up on YouTube, or, you know, having 100,000 subscribers or anything like that. I'm starting to gain traction on the other channel, which is exciting, but that's not why I did it. And, you know, really to stay motivated and to keep going, you really gotta do YouTube because you enjoy it. Otherwise, if you're just in it for the success and to get subscribers and get likes, if you go for a while without getting those things, then you'll just give up. Like I said, I've been at YouTube on my other channel for 5 years, and I'm not even at 2,000 subs yet. I'm at like 1.6K, and like I said, nowadays I'm getting more engagement, you know, and more views and things like that. But if I was just in it for the views, I would have quit in my first year when I only gained 52 subscribers. You know, so yeah, definitely for me to keep, I'm motivated by the fact I just do it because I like to do it. So that definitely takes a lot of the pressure off to have to succeed because of that. So yeah, that's it. Okay guys, I do believe that's all I got for you, but let's talk about it in the comment section below. Questions, comments, concerns, threats, what are your answers to the vlogging challenge? Again, shout out to JP1970 for giving me the inspiration to this video. Links in the description to his channel, as well as links in the description to all the equipment I use for this. So again, if you like this content, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe. If you haven't done so already, you'll be glad you did. Do believe that's all I got for you. I'm out. Until next time.